Get healthy, get wealthy, get wise. I thought I would start today off where we left on part one with the 25 power moves to make for 2025 so you can get those goals done, so you can have a new year, new you, all the things. And so we left off with get healthy, get wealthy, and get wise. And I thought it was an amazing way to start the part two of the 25 power moves. And I did 13, I believe, in part one. So today I'm going to give you the other 12 power moves, the other 12 of the 25 power moves for 2025. If this is your very first time listening to me, I am Tanya Wilson, Master Life and Business Coach, your transformational business and mindset coach, here today talking to you from the 3 point perspective that I'm always coming from: your abundant mindset, your personal growth, and your business building. Now, those are the three spaces that, whether I am doing a VIP day with a client, a private 101 session in my academy, doing a webinar, a seminar, or an audio, I am coming from one of those three spaces: abundance mindset, personal growth, and business building. I believe that those three things coupled together full circle are the key to what it is that you deserve and desire. And so I will always be coming from one of those three spaces. So I previously owned a brick and mortar service based business for about 10 years prior to coaching and consulting. I had a team of 12 employees whenever we were full, and I've taken those years of being a business owner and all of the years prior as a self employed entrepreneur, coupled it up and wrapped it into what we now know as Renew Full Circle Consulting. So I'm excited to talk to you about 25 power moves. So I've kind of pulled some things from my arsenal of experience and expertise and all of the things that allow me to serve from another level and kind of combine them. I've done this a few times at the end of a year, beginning of a new year, just kind of come up with some ways that will help you as you're moving into your next year. And that's what we're doing on today. So let's get into it, okay? So we left off with get healthy, get wealthy, and get wise. So today I want to talk about deciding what your ideal life looks like. Now, this is so important. Listen, a lot of reasons why people don't get their goals done, their lists are the same year after year, why they start some things and then stop and maybe just leave them for a few years. It's because they haven't decided what their ideal life looks like. Like, what do you really want your life to look like? Because when you are undecided, you're more likely to start things and stop things, or be uncertain about what you should be giving your energy and your time to. So I want you to take time to write out, like, what would your ideal life look like? How many uh, hours would you be working during the day? Would you be going into a location? Would you be working from home? Would you be location free? Would you be traveling? What does your ideal day look like? Would travel be a part of your work? Are you going to have amazing conversations with amazing people? Beautiful lunch dates you're being invited to? All the things. Decide what your ideal life looks like. That's so important because as you move into 2025, you can begin doing things that are in alignment with creating the ideal lifestyle. Now, this would be number 14. You have to listen to this one. I want you to stop accepting less than. Stop accepting less than. And the first place that you must stop accepting less than is from yourself. That's right. You got to stop accepting less than from yourself. And once you begin to no longer accept less than from yourself, you will begin to put that beautiful energy in the atmosphere, right? Because people treat you how they see that you treat yourself. The world treats you the way that they see that you treat yourself. And you actually are attracting based on how you're treating yourself. So I want you to stop accepting less than. It may be that you'll need to write a list of where you feel you've been accepting less than from yourself first in your life, right? Um, Next, I want you to get excited. If you're going to smash your goals for 2025, if you're going to make power moves for 2025, you're going to have to get excited. Earlier today, when I was doing one of the things on my list, there was this energy of excitement that I was operating in, so much so that I noticed it and I put it on the list because I realized that that excitement, that burst of excitement that came from me doing the things that I needed to do in order to meet the goals that I have for 2025, they left me with a realm of excitement from a cellular level, and it became energy. It became energy. So I want you to get excited. Now, this next thing that I'm going to share, remember, we're talking about abundance mindset, personal growth, and business building. This is something that I want you to do because I am big. If you followed me for any amount of time, or if you're new here, I'm really big on universal laws and what we're putting out into the atmosphere and how much the things that we do are sowing seeds for greater harvest. And I want you all to do this. I'll have my clients to do this from time to time. So you guys are getting a real power nugget here. But I want you to send out some hand written notes throughout this year. If you meet a new person, if you go to dinner with someone, if you have someone in your life who did something special for you, if it's someone on social media who you feel extremely blessed by, they said something that really, really blessed you. Your supply person, your vendor, your banker, get in practice this year of sending out handwritten notes. Number one, there's something powerful that happens when you write. And if you've worked with me before, I've talked about writing and the importance of writing things down and what it does from a cellular level and how real it becomes. But even more so, the thought that you give to the person that you've handwritten a note will work for you in several different ways. Not only how it impacts them, but what you'll be putting out into the atmosphere. Get in the habit of writing handwritten notes, thank you notes, thinking about you notes, all the things. It's number one, going to personalize and create a deeper connection and bond between you and whoever you're sending it to, but it's also what you're putting out into the atmosphere. Next, find people who spark the energy in you. Listen, it's so important to be connected to people who spark the energy in you that's needed to fulfill your life goals, visions, and dreams. Find people who spark the energy in you, the energy that's needed for your next. Uh, I'm skipping around here a little bit, I believe. So I'm not sure what number we're on, but I'll know because I'm checking it off as we go. Write your goal and vision on the tablets of your heart. Write your goal and vision on the tablets of your heart. What do I mean by that? Tanya, what do you mean by write your goal and vision on the tablets of your heart? I mean, familiarize yourself with what your goals are for this year. Familiarize yourself with your vision, whether you need to write it on sticky notes and have them on your mirror or on your refrigerator, on your bathroom mirror, on your door to your closet if you have a door to your closet. You may have an open closet that you walk in, but you get the picture. If you need to place your vision or goal everywhere until it's actually embedded in your heart, where it is always coming up to your remembrance, that is what you should do. I want you to write your goal, vision, and dreams on the tablet of your heart. Next, this is the next power move for 2025. Find your flow. I'm not sure because I did see um, build a routine that makes you brilliant, and I'm not even sure if I mentioned it in the part one. But if so, it's always a great thing to mention again. Build a routine that makes you brilliant. Now, I'm combining these two, find your flow and build a routine that makes you brilliant, because once you build your routine that makes you brilliant and you begin to do those necessary things every single day, whether it's getting up and scripting, getting up and meditating, getting up and praying, getting up and doing some form of exercise, or maybe it's a tea you drink. I drink herbal teas in the morning. Whatever your routine is that makes you brilliant, do that consistently and figure out a flow for that. Like, what time of the morning is it best for you to meditate or read? Do you need to do those things before you ever touch your phone or do things for other people? For me, I jump rope. And one of the things I've been doing as I'm, perfecting my routine for this particular year based on the goals that I have is I said, I am going to jump rope and do those things before I do things for anyone else. Right? And so find your flow. And one of the beautiful ways to find your flow is to build a routine that makes you brilliant. Now, I may have mentioned this in part one, but if I didn't, I do have a video. It's actually the entry video or introduction video on my YouTube channel called Build a Routine That Makes You Brilliant. So whether I mention it or not is always a great plug to mention as a power move. And you can go to my YouTube and you'll catch that video. You'll catch that video there, and it will explain in more detail about building a routine that makes you brilliant, and that's going to help you find your flow. So find your flow. I'm telling you, it's a power move. It will help you maintain a level of consistency for whatever it is that you're building. Um, Raise your level of care. Raise your level of care. You know, I'm speaking to those of you who have had big goals and dreams kind of on the back burner for quite some time. And although you've been telling yourself that you were going to do it, you just, for whatever reason that you haven't become aware of yet, because there is a reason, but you just haven't been able to get it done. It's kind of been this recurring thing. You've been living the same year over and over, although you had this big goal or dream that you wanted to fulfill. And the reason I say raise your level of care, because oftentimes when those goals and dreams are sitting on the back burner, there's a part of you that stopped caring as much as you used to. There's a part of you that stopped caring as much as you used to. That's the part of you that caused you to become complacent or stagnant on your goals and dreams. So I want you to raise your level of care. That's a power move. Raise your level of care. Now, I'm a lifelong learner, and many of you are ambitious and probably lifelong learners as well. But life itself can flip on you, and you may find that you stop doing some of the very things you used to do when things were just flowing for you, when things were increasing at a great speed or unusually fast or steady and consistent in your life. You may find that some of the things that you were doing at that time, you stopped doing. And so I want you to read a book. Yep, I said read a book or read some books, take classes, go to conferences. Read books, take classes, go to conferences. Read a book, take classes, go to conferences. Listen, when you stop learning, if you're in business, you stop earning. When you stop learning, you stop earning. Things begin to get at a standstill. Now, for many of you, if you have been in business for quite some time, you can just look back at your history when you were consistent about reading books, taking classes, going to seminars, things of that nature. You were in your earning season, and things will hit a plateau when you become complacent in those areas. So, a power move for you in 2025 is to read books, take classes, and go to conferences. Read books, take classes, and go to conferences. Now, this one, this one is really dear to my heart because there was a time, and I didn't know this, right? I wasn't aware of this, but there was a time where my level of self love was low. And it's so crazy because we can get our hair done and our nails done, and we can go shopping, we can ball out, and we can buy designer clothes and designer bags, and we can take trips, and we can get food out and all the things. We can fly ourselves out as well. And we can still not be practicing self love. That's so, like, it's probably hard to believe if you've been in the flow of doing all those things, because it's so easy to feel like you're practicing self-love because you're doing all those things, and in some ways you are. But if there are other things that are going left in your life, then self-love is lacking. So practice self-love. Self-love is making an effort to make things better for yourself, full circle, in your whole life. I'm going to say that once more. Practice self love, because self love is making an effort to make things better for yourself. Full circle. And last but not least, hire help where you can. Hire help where you can. Listen, we've been taught that if we're not struggling, if it isn't hard, we don't deserve it. It's a lie. It doesn't have to be hard for you to be able to deserve greater. Hire help where you can. And this is in any area of your life, whether it's, in your home life, in your business, personal life. You don't have to do it all by yourself. You don't have to do it all by yourself. And I'm going to do a bonus. This is a question that is a power move when you ask yourself this particular question, that's going to help you achieve your goals and make power moves for 2025. And here's a question: what do you feel you are losing by not taking action on your goals, your dream, or your vision? What do you feel you're losing by not taking action on your goals, your dreams, or your visions, or by not achieving it? What do you feel you're losing? That's a question I want you to contemplate on. Get a pen and paper. I'm a pen and paper girl. Write down, like, what do I feel I'm losing because I have not gotten focused and created my goals, dreams, and visions. And I guarantee you that what you're losing is more than what you think. Listen, that's my take on today. I promise to bring you 25 power moves for 2025. Get healthy, get wealthy, get wise. I'll round it up with that. Get healthy, get wealthy, get wise. And I will see you on the next one. I'm Tanya Wilson, your transformational business and mindset coach. Peace and abundance.